Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I am Mike. That is Nick. We are back again for another special edition, but I had to tell Nick real quick. Nick, I got to let you know a little bit of information. All right.
Okay.
I got this. So I don't know where I found it. I was like on social media, just scrolling, whatever. Did you know who Taylor Swift is? You know, the girl she sings.
Yeah.
So she has a cat, right? And the cat's name is Olivia Benson.
Who the
And
fuck?
for people that don't know, Olivia Benson is a fictional character on NBC with the Special Victims Unit. Um, they do heinous stories, and these are your stories. Ding dong, that girl,
Yeah, yeah.
And I just felt like it's weird. Like I did not want to know this information, but now I have it, so I felt like I had to share it to you and to the listeners, so that you have to know that Taylor Swift has an Olivia Benson cat. Like, very strange. Like, people are gonna come up to me on the street, like, "Hey, you know that Olivia Benson?" I'm like, "Well, the character or the cat?" Because now I know both, and it
Right.
sucks. I didn't want this information
Okay.
in my mind. You just have like normal cat names. Like, what's your cat's name?
Pastina.
That's a cool name. It's Italian. It's a food. You know.
Right.
All right, I'm cool. I got a dog. His name is
Yep.
Barkley. He barks.
Right.
Make you cuter with the Ley, and you're all good.
True.
So I had that information, man. So what's going
That's
on?
like that is probably the least um intriguing information I ever heard in my life, Mike. And it's a great way to start a podcast with such a shitty piece of information. I appreciate it, and I know everybody else will.
You think the Swifties that listen to this podcast, I think they would enjoy it. Just
Nobody
saying.
gives a fuck what Taylor Swift's dog is. Nobody,
Cat.
true motherfuckers, true thug ass motherfuckers who listen to this podcast gives a
Thanks.
fuck.
Yeah. I mean, well, now they are gonna know it, and it'll always be there. That information will always be there. So you listen, if you're at a bar for trivia night and it's like, hey, what's Taylor Swift's cat's name? And you could be that motherfucker, like, yo, Olivia Benson. Then you're
I
there, man. You got it.
I
You win.
I feel bad for the listeners who now have shut this off because they don't want to hear this podcast anymore because we're going to talk about such great stuff. And we
Is it?
just lost probably half our fucking subscribers just now from that.
Sorry for bringing a little life, joy, and comedy into this fucking podcast, but that's what I wanted to ask you about. Like I told you last week, I got inspired. I wrote some more jokes about my future 1 hour episode that I'm gonna do. But I got a question for a title of the comedy special. I was thinking of two things. Tell me which one you like better. Mike Trainer, working on myself, or Mike Trainer, a work in progress. What title do you like better?
A work in progress.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. All right. That confirms it.
I was thinking, what about Mike Trainer, 1 inch wiener?
So you should be my head writer for this special. So yeah, Mike Trader one each winner. So hey, coming soon. That's what
Yeah,
he said.
coming real soon. Coming too
So,
soon.
coming way too soon. Like you'll probably miss it. So anyway, man, you had some. I don't know. You want to go into like the dream shit because I had some crazy dreams too. Is that the one of the topics you want to talk about?
Yeah, man. I've been I had a lot of dreams about Rob, like back to back to back nights, man. That felt so fucking real, man. I had a dream about his father. Um, just so real. And then one night I hopped in the shower and I just felt like he was around me, man. And I was
In the
like,
shower?
yeah, right in the shower. He's watching me shower. No, but I just felt like his presence, like
Presence,
not
right?
like physically, but like I could feel as if there was another dimension or something there, and he was just hanging out there, you know?
It's wild that you say that, man.
Yeah,
Because I had a kind of similar thing, like with my mom.
really,
She was in my dreams, and I felt her presence around me,
really,
like recently too. So I don't know what's happening,
yeah.
but something's got to be happening in the world, man. There's definitely some connections there. Do you
Yeah.
want to go into the detail? My details is a little bit fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It was yeah. So like, I went to bed last night and I put on the frequency shit. Like if you guys are go on YouTube and you type in like meditation frequencies or whatever kind of frequencies you want to listen to. So I came across a God frequency and I put that in, went to bed, God frequency whatever the fuck it was, whatever number it was.
Yeah.
Went to sleep and I had some like wild dreams, man, where my mom was there and it felt like, she never died, she never passed or whatever. And we're at like, her car, like, I don't know, for something like it was something to do with her car that I was thinking about in like real life. And then in
Yeah.
the dreams, she was working at a fucking car place that I
Okay.
brought my car to. But it was her car there, my Jeep, and the workers there were getting mad at the car because they couldn't figure it out or whatever. It's so strange that they and my mom and me were pushing the car. We pushed the cars down the hill and went all the way down the hill and up a hill into like an embankment.
Uh-huh.
And like we destroyed both their cars. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I don't know, a bunch of crap happened after that. We were trying to figure it out. And then I was like, wait a minute. Like all this stuff is happening and it doesn't seem right. It just seems bad. Like the car's not working, these other situations not happening. I'm like, and then in my dream, I had a thing where I was like, I'm not like this is a dream. This is not real life. Even though
Yeah.
I felt like it was real, but I had
Yeah.
that epiphany inside the dream. I don't know if you ever had that, but
Yep.
then I was like, I'm gonna get out of this. And I just like I remember closing my eyes in the dream, focusing, and I'm like, I'm gonna wake up from this. And I did. I pulled myself out. And I was like,
Shit.
wow, I really did that. But I've had that epiphany inside my mind, inside my dream, knowing that I was streaming. Like first, when I realized that I was streaming, I was like, I was kind of moving shit like in there. I was like, I know this is a dream. I could probably move this like with my mind. I was moving like shapes or boxes or whatever
Yeah.
without touching them. It was crazy. Then I'm like, all right, I gotta get out of here. And I just fucking focus and I got out. It was just so fucking strange. But you've had that like experience too, where you're dreaming and you
Yeah.
can snap out of it.
Yeah. I've had dreams where I thought that I was dreaming, and then I thought I woke up inside the dream and I still was dreaming. Like I
I've
woke
had
up from a
that too.
oh, that's crazy, man. Like, all right, I'm up now. And then you're like, holy
Yeah,
shit, I am
right.
not up.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You're like, wait a minute, this don't seem right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I've had the same shit, man. I don't know why I'm having that like recently. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Very strange. Very strange dreams recently.
I'm having vivid dreams, Mike, that are just remarkably fucking remembering. Like I had this one dream, which I'm not even gonna get into this dream because it's just so fucking bizarre. Okay. I was walking, I'm just gonna a very short glimpse. I'm walking in the woods. A lot of my friends were there. I saw the most beautiful sunset on a cliff of all fucking time. It was these colors that like were so vibrant. Wasn't even a real sky. It was like an AI fucking sky. And then next thing I know, I'm walking through the woods. I end up on top of my neighbor's house, but there's wood on it. I look over, there's my house. I jump over to my house, like, and it's like 3 stories up. And then I come back and I'm on this skinny little fucking like totem pole with just my pillow back there. And I'm like freaking the fuck out.
You're like Super Mario Brothers and shit.
Yeah. But the dream that I had, two dreams that I can remember about Rob was one was he was back playing softball with us. And I was like, oh man, you're fucking finally back, man, you know? And I know that's because I wanted him to come back. And I like, we obviously wanted him to get better. And, that would have been fucking just phenomenal to be like, to take the field with him again, just be like,
Yeah.
yeah, fucking go, But then the second one was, and I think I had this dream, a specific, like a kind of dream like this once before, but like he was okay. And like he had short hair, like a little scruff on his face. Didn't have his beard anymore. He was in good shape. And I was like, oh fuck. I was like, he's sick. But I was like, I gotta fix him. I was like, Rob, you gotta do this. You have to you gotta take care of yourself. You have to. Because I knew like that was one day It was like if he didn't do it that day, it was like he had to start doing it then. I was like, you got to do it. You just got to do it. You got to do this. And like, I don't. I just wish I could have helped him more. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
really do, because I know that, like, I feel like nutrition, like a change in nutrition, like the doctors could have, like,
Yeah.
helped them out. And they just fucking didn't. So I think that's probably a subconscious thing that's going on in my mind that I wish I fucking tried, more, which I didn't. I don't even know if I fucking, I
I
don't know if I
think
tried fucking anything. You know what I mean? I tried a little
that's
bit,
yeah,
maybe.
that's
Too late. I don't fucking know. Who the
you
fuck
know,
knows?
that's like the helpless feeling or the feeling of like heroism, where you kind of think like, hey, if I did this, I could have changed it. You felt like you had the power to change it somehow. I think a lot of people like have that feeling. Like, listen, my mom, like, with the lung cancer, she started smoking at an early age. Like I had reasons, like things in my head, like wishing I could like get a time machine, go back and tell her to never start smoking back in
Yeah.
the day. So I could have another, 15 years of her like with me. So
Right.
that's like disappointing. But you always have that kind of like, I think it's like a thought process of like just, it's almost like you kind of like almost know you have the power to change shit, but you just don't know how to unleash it. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? I think maybe that has something to do with it too.
Yeah. Who
I
knows?
don't know. Really don't know. It's a,
Yeah.
it's a tough question, man. Really
Yeah.
tough.
I know that. I know nutrition. Like, I don't know. I'm a believer in nutrition and natural fucking things. That's the thing. And I think that's what I don't know, because I know that, like, when Rob was like, really really sick, they were trying to figure out what was going on with his stomach, and he was like retaining fluid and shit like that. And then
That's
you look it up, and it's like his liver was basically in like toxic fucking shock. It was
yeah,
in
right.
fucking shock because of all the surgeries and shut like that. So
The
it
organs
creates
start shutting down.
fluid. Yeah, it creates a fluid, and it says, like, I looked it up, and it was like certain juices and shit, like carrot juice, counteracts that. It helps the liver, and it fucking counteracts all that. So if they put him on a certain diet and started pumping him with all this goodness, they didn't pump him with shit. You know what I mean? They just didn't. They
Yeah.
put him on surgery, say go ahead and fucking eat whatever you want to eat, drink
It's
if you want, like have a beer here and then. We've talked about this before. Like, that's just fucking, that's just, I don't like to use the word ignorant, but that's ignorant of a fucking doctor to fucking tell a patient go
Nick,
and have a beer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the
Nick, is
matter?
that
Fucking have a juice. You know what I mean? Like, eat fucking really healthy.
is that Western medicine for you though? Like, did our ancestors have it right? Like growing up back in the day, like you fucking drink carrot juice, or you drink this other fucking juice, and you smoke these leaves off a tree, or you like rub dirt on it. Like maybe they just had it right back in the day, because I don't know, it just seems like we're like Western medicine just tries to keep people comfortable with like medication and shit
Yeah,
like that. I don't know. Is alternative medication the way to go when you have like an issue? I don't know.
absolutely. And
I,
and
I
this is a great segue into what I wanted to talk about today. And I want to look up the documentary that I watched, because it's fucking life changing, man. And I suggest everybody fucking Fantastic Fungi. It's called, okay. So
is that on YouTube or
it's on
Netflix?
Netflix. It's on
Net-
Netflix. You have to fucking watch this, okay?
Name of
It,
it again?
Fantastic Fungi.
Okay.
So I've learned over the past whatever a couple days that I watched this thing that um basically mushrooms and fungus and fungi are the oldest thing on the planet. There's an organism that somewhere that it's the largest living organism and it's the oldest living organism. It's like over 100 fucking 10,000 years old. This fucking organism, whatever. But this shit, like fungus, was around forever, and it's basically one of the only reasons that we're alive and the world keeps turning, because it decomposes everything, brings the nutrients back to Earth, and it fucking just keeps rotating and rotating. Okay. So
Mhm.
mushrooms, the roots of mushrooms are called mycelium, grows down into the earth, basically looks like neurons in your brain. Okay. It forms this fucking system that links trees to other trees and allows them to communicate. And I know that we've talked about this before where trees, like we would say, oh, yeah, I read somewhere that trees talk to each other. They
Yeah.
communicate with each other. One tree can take nutrients from the soil and pass it along the mycelium to another tree if they know that it needs something.
Wow.
Apparently,
Through the roof?
trees communicate and know where their seedlings are. They know if their fucking baby is fucking 100 feet away from them when it grows. They know all this shit because the mycelium, and now people are going to be thinking I'm a
Wow.
fucking lunatic for saying this. And you think people think that we're the smartest because we have an advanced brain. Mycelium looks like the nerves and your neurons in your brain. And when you make a step outside on the dirt, there's 26 miles of mycelium in every fucking step that you take. This shit is gigantic. It
Wow.
basically it's all over the fucking world. And it's a communication line, man. It's a fucking communication line. This mycelium and fungus can adapt to anything. If something comes and tries to destroy it, it adapts and fucking kills it. Okay? It's a living creature that adapts constantly.
Is it all in the soil?
All in the soil.
Also, that's fucking pretty amazing. You know what I
Dude,
was thinking? Like,
it's genius. It's a fucking genius.
it is fucking genius. But you know what popped in my head was like when when people, these maniacs, chop down trees.
Yeah.
Like, they must be horrified. The trees must be screaming to the other trees, like, holy shit, this fucking piece of shit human got a chainsaw and he's about to take my fucking whole fucking system out,
Yeah.
you know? God, they must be fucking horrified.
Yeah. Dude, and they've said that they can actually, if you cut a broccoli stalk, broccoli yells. Lets out, Mike, it lets out a fucking sound.
Broccoli, the shit that I eat.
So it's alive, Mike. It's a living thing. Just because it doesn't have a fucking brain doesn't mean that it doesn't have more fucking intelligence. I could say right now that mushroom mycelium has more intelligence than human beings because it lives on its own and survives without fucking anything other than itself. And it dominates.
If we're out to dinner one night, we go to steakhouse, the guy asks me, hey, you want a side of broccoli? I'm gonna be like, you know what? I don't want to hear the terror. I don't want to hear the fucking screams. Keep that fucking alive shit away from me. I'll just have fucking corn. They don't say shit. I mean, that's fucking crazy. That really is fucking crazy. That now you're putting that into my head. Like, I don't need that shit. I don't need that kind of information. I did not seek that kind of information that broccoli's alive and it's gonna start fucking screaming. Like, I've seen crabs go in the fucking get boiling water and they fucking yell out that fucking pinch. And that was just fucking heartbreaking to me.
Listen,
it's crazy.
I'm gonna rattle off a couple more interesting facts about mushrooms. Ready?
Actually, I've been taking called
Which
Rise, RY,
oh, yeah.
and it's a coffee mix. It's all different kinds of mushrooms mixed in. And I tell you what, I gotta be honest, brought me some energy. Like, it's so much better than drinking regular coffee. I drink it every morning. Sometimes I'll drink it at night. I'm telling you guys, it's very it's a good thing to fucking drink if you're going on a health kick or whatever. Like, like we are. Like, it's definitely something to add to your diet for sure.
Dude, mushrooms are these like the healthy mushrooms or whatever, medicinal mushrooms. They're adaptogenics, which means you can eat certain mushrooms and it will figure out what's wrong with you and start fucking healing it. Because as they said with the mycelium, it knows what to fucking do. It's just it's self-learning, Mike. You could put it somewhere and it just learns how to fucking survive. And I know it's bizarre to think that you can put something in your body and it's gonna be like, okay, this is off, this is wrong. I'm gonna fucking fix it. But there's intelligence higher than us, man. Way higher than us.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Everything that just grows without thinking, like it's you put a seed in the ground, it fucking grows. Doesn't think about anything. It just fucking does it, right?
Be careful what you say because we're giving out answers of what to take when you're sick or whatever, and then people like Big Farm, they don't want to have people know that information. They want you to get the fucking. They don't want to cure you. They want to just cure the symptoms so you keep coming back. It's a moneymaker for them. Keep that in mind. Take some fucking mushrooms, Nick. I think we got to do the psychedelic mushrooms. I think we got
Well,
to trip out a little bit, maybe
I think
low
so too.
dosage, so I don't fucking lose my fucking mind. So I'm gonna probably order them pretty soon. If
Good.
anybody else wants to do it one night, maybe we'll fucking hang out and all together take a little bit of shrooms and bug out. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
maybe we'll see some shit and start
I gotta
healing.
I gotta keep going with the shroom. I got a few more topics of shrooms that I must go on. Ready?
Mhm.
So this is a fucking All right, so we're gonna talk about the magical mushrooms now, being that you're on that. So, well, one thing first. So apparently, us and mushrooms share more DNA than mushrooms and plants. We have like 50% of the same DNA or something like that. And people actually believe that um we have we evolved from mushrooms because like and I mean think about it, mushrooms look like dicks, so maybe we just we took on the dick part of the mushroom,
Right?
but anyway,
Maybe
that's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But
my
forget
mushroom.
about it.
I don't have a mushroom dick.
Check this out. Check
Tell
this
me.
out. So they're saying this with magical mushrooms and apes. Okay, I'm gonna give you one little example here. So they did a test on mice, and you know how they do, like if they make a sound and they hurt the mouse, eventually as soon as they hear the sound, they're just gonna cower in the corner because they're reacting to that, right? They gave the mice shrooms. They gave them shrooms, like not to get fucking super high. They gave them just enough.
Yeah.
And when they heard the sound after that, they didn't get fucking nervous anymore because their neurons regrew. They changed fucking paths. So magical mushrooms change and regrow your fucking neurons. That's why like ancient Mayans and stuff like that, and even like tribes today, they reset themselves. They use shrooms once a month and just to fucking reset their fucking body and their fucking minds and shit like that. Like people have been using this shit for fucking centuries and fucking,
Yeah. Yeah.
but now they said that we evolved so quickly. Our brain, it's like 3 million years went from fucking being dumbasses to fucking where we are now. Our brain evolved very quickly in 3 million years, right? That's quick in evolutionary processes because apes ate fucking shrooms. They were just roaming around. They fucking saw mushrooms and they fucking ate it, and it evolved their fucking brains because it's an adaptogenic. It evolved your brains. It makes your brain takes new neural fucking pathways, and the next thing you know, you're starting to fucking communicate with each other and make new languages and shit like that. And they believe that actually fucking happened.
So
That's the reason why we evolved so quickly from
that's
apes.
why we went from apes to humans.
Yeah,
Was 'cause they ate fucking magic mushrooms and they became smarter.
yeah.
Dude, that's insane. Like, how do we get confirmation on that? You know what I mean? Is that just some fucking like motherfucker high, crazy high scientist? You know what I think?
Yep.
I think they ate mushrooms and they got apes became smarter. I mean, I don't know. I kind of probably have to believe it because if you look at an ape,
Mm-hmm.
first off, there's people that look like apes today, but if you just look at their mannerisms and their body, yeah, I mean, they got everything we got.
Right.
It's insane, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm done with I'm officially done with the mushrooms. I don't have anything else to say, but I'd like to. I'm going to start taking a mushroom supplement probably sometime soon, and yes, I'm going to trip on mushrooms with you.
Cool. That's gonna be fantastic. So if anybody else wants to trip on mushrooms and maybe become more smarter than gorillas, please reach out to us. We'll set up a date. But on that
Definitely.
note, we'll take a quick commercial break on the Mix It Up podcast, do a way to crush it, and we'll get back with some more topics. We'll be right back.
Do it when it crush it.
All right, we're back on the Mix It Up podcast. I'm Mike. That's Nick. Nick, I don't know, this is a topic I wanted to talk about. And
Okay.
it's going to be Holly weird.
Okay.
People like to talk about Hollywood and, out in California where all the fucking celebrities hang out and all the crazy shit happens and all the cults fucking come out of it. But now there was a story that came out probably like a month ago. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy,
Oh
as,
yeah.
as the youngsters call him.
Yeah.
So P. Diddy, Cassie too. Cassie was a singer. She had that song like ding ding ding. She talks about like sucking a guy's dick.
Nope.
the blowjob song. If you look up Cassie, Cassie, she had
Yeah.
like a one hit like wonder and shit. She talks about like fucking giving a blowjob or whatever. Fucking great song. So
Great.
she was she was founded under Puff Daddy, and Puff Daddy apparently he did go out with her, but when they first met, she was underage. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Allegedly. Let's just throw that out there. And basically, they settled. She wanted to sue Puff Daddy for like a sexual assault or whatever, and they settled out of court within a day. It was
Oh,
it was in the news and it was out of the news the next day. Like that motherfucker settled like real quick.
yeah.
Now there's another story like it came out I think today. A couple other girls are like gonna sue Puff Daddy for sexual assault. So it's just crazy shit like going on there. But it got me going down to the rabbit hole. And apparently, do you remember? This is off not even with Puff Daddy anymore. With like Jay-Z, um, it was Rihanna, Chris Brown. Remember the Rihanna Chris Brown fight where Chris Brown beat the shit out of Rihanna?
Yeah.
So the rumor is that Chris Brown got so pissed because he got herpes from Rihanna, right? Who got herpes from Jay-Z? Jay-Z founded Rihanna back in the day. Apparently, they were hooking up when she was like fucking like 15. And then it started like a whole fucking process. They hooked up again later on when she was dating Chris Brown, and Chris Brown apparently like found her sucking Jay-Z's dick in the fucking bathroom, and it started him like a fight, and that's what happened with like the domestic violence. That's why they don't really talk about it that much.
Mhm.
So it's a whole fucking crazy Hollywood situation that's going on now. And I tell you what, I don't know if I believe it, but I think I kind of do, man. You just hear these horror stories keep coming out and it just won't stop. And skeletons don't always stay in the closet. So if you hear it, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Nice saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice saying. Well, um,
Allegedly. I don't want to get sued here. So you got to use the words allegedly. But that's the rabbit hole I went down. That's the information I got. And I'm just throwing it out there.
that's deep.
It is deep. But you hear a lot of crazy shit like, hey, Jeffrey Epstein, he knew all these Hollywood elites. Where are all the fucking customers? Why aren't we getting the customers? Why are we hearing these girls' story that got thrown in this island, giving these dudes massages,
Right.
right? Massages in a private island, underage girls. And how come we're not hearing the fucking names? You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here. We're being played. The power that be, it just
Yeah.
runs so fucking deep. There's so much money involved. People are worried. Give us the names,
Give us free.
but nothing. No fucking names. No fucking names. Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
And now nobody cares about it anymore. That's how easy it is, right?
Yeah, they moving on to the fucking next story, man. The next shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just gets me a little tight.
Well, that's the media for the media. They can do whatever they want. They could stir you up or stir you down. They can mix you up. They can mix you up anytime they want.
That's what they've been. They've been definitely mixing us up.
You know what's funny? Speaking of mixing up, I've read something on Instagram, a little story, and apparently it's real. If you put you could put 100 black ants and 100 red ants in a jar, okay? And they will get along perfectly. And if you shake that jar, the black ants attack the red ants, and the red ants attack the black ants as if they are their enemies.
If you
If
shake,
you shake the jar, if you shake it up and disturb them,
I don't. Why would that be fucking?
you shake it up and they're going crazy now. They're going crazy, right? And now they realize that they think the black ant is their enemy and the red ant is the enemy.
Oh, because they think they're causing the whole thing to shake.
Yep. Yep. So,
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
moral of the story is who's shaking them up? That's the real enemy.
Right. Because, yeah, obviously a human is shaking the ant jar up. but
Right.
who's shaking our jar up?
Exactly.
We're in. I get it. I get it. Who the fuck is shaking our jar? Who's the one that created all this fucking crazy shit for their amusement? Are we just the Truman Show? Is that what it is? It's like we're just part of this fucking show.
Could be.
I tell you, it's very elaborate. Whoever created this show, man, well fucking done.
Let me ask you this question, Mike. You know how AI now, and there's certain things you couldn't tell the difference between sometimes AI and real stuff, right?
Yes, like porn.
Right. So with that being said, how the fuck do we know what we're looking at is real? Or what the fuck is real? If something can be posed as real, what the fuck is real?
I don't know. You're talking about like all the misinformation going on now.
No, I'm talking about reality.
Oh, just like what we see like out and about.
What we're looking at right now, is this computer real?
I guess.
Maybe it's AI'd. Maybe we're AI'd. Maybe we're fucking nothing. Maybe we're legitimately a fucking. Maybe it's all AI'd. Maybe when you look behind you, maybe when you turn around, reality doesn't exist. And what you see behind you only exists when you see it. That's a theory. You know that, right? Like,
I know that's a fucking theory, but how does it work with all the fucking like people you come in contact with, strangers? They see the same thing you do.
Mike, anything is possible.
But that's what I mean. Like how that's just it's bugged out. It really it's a bugged out thing.
Yeah. Man, speaking of bugged out, my brain is killing me. I'm a little under the weather, and I took fucking NyQuil last night. That shit rocks.
It's the best part of being sick or just a Friday night. And if
Yeah.
you want to fucking drink, you just fucking take a couple swigs of NyQuil. I always go above the recommended dose, that little cup. You fill it up to like 30 milligrams.
Yeah.
Bullshit. And go at least 50. Go at least 50 milligrams and just have yourself a bowl. It is really great. Like it's because when I got sick last week, dude, I immediately ran to Walgreens. I was like, yo, give me the good stuff. It wasn't locked up or nothing. I fucking grabbed it and you just fucking chug that shit down. Dude, I had NyQuil, like the real legit NyQuil. Like I took a cup there, like fucking like 10 in the morning. I'm still driving around and shit, you know? And then like I'm like, damn, I'm fucking tired. It's like fucking like, like 1 o'clock now. Like, fuck. Another fucking thing of NyQuil. Fucking like, all right, now it's fucking time to go home. Dude, you sleep like a fucking rock.
Yeah. The best is when you're really, really sick. Like you take NyQuil before you go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that NyQuil jar right next to you. So when you wake up at like 4 a.m, you double dip on that shit.
Yes.
And you're excited when you wake up because it's so
Dude,
delicious.
Yeah. Dude, I wish I could mix it up with like Sprite or something, like like the hood cats do. Like, man, you just fucking you wake up like, yeah, you're right, like 2 a.m, dude. I remember because I woke up like at 2 a.m. and I was like, you know what? It's been 6 hours.
Yep.
So I could do this.
Yep.
Even if dude, it could have been fucking 45 minutes and I woke up, I would have fucking took it again. So I fucking took another fucking swig. And you just like, this is great. I'm gonna have a fucking great. I'm not gonna get up for work tomorrow. It's gonna be fucking fantastic. And then of course you have fucking wild dreams of fucking NyQuil. You have the NyQuil terrors, which is a whole fucking another situation, You have fucking dreams of like hamburgers eating you. It's fucking insane. Oh man. Wild. I do got one thing, man. I want to talk about different kinds of inflation, like inflation.
Yeah.
Do you know there's an inflation I should say, called hoflation? Do you know what hoflation is?
No.
Hoflation is the concept of men like us having to work 20 times harder than our grandfathers did for a woman 20 times worse than their grandmothers were. That's what hoflation is called. And you know what? Man, whoever fucking said that line hit the nail on the fucking head. It's like, hey, why don't you get a girlfriend? And then the guy's like, yeah, because hoflation is insane right now. You know what I'm saying? So you got hey, it's a real fucking thing. So like they have like expectations where like the male has to be like 6 feet tall, have a body fat under 15%, and make more than six figures, right? That's all their nonsense, right? That's what home inflation is. And the observation was made by this, and like, it's really crazy, man. Like the expectations of like some people out there. I mean, it's just wild. Like I don't know your limits, or like just hook up for like because you like that person,
Right.
not for all the other fucking nonsense. But that's what wholeflation is.
Yeah.
Wholeflation is a real thing.
Yeah, it is. I was watching something the other day on Instagram. Actually, this guy was interviewing like all these like hot chicks, and they were like, "Would you ever fucking date a guy that works at Burger King?" And they're like, "Hell no," right? And they're like, "That's because you're fucking gold diggers." And he was just he put them in a fucking place. He was like, "I don't give a fuck if you work at Burger King."
Right, for real, ask the men that question. If I see a little hottie like at fucking Wendy's or Burger King, I'm fucking flirting all day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, have it your way, right? Fucking Burger King, come to my house.
Yeah.
The fuck? What the fuck do I care? What the fuck do I care where the fuck you work? If you're hot and you want to fool around,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you could do nothing. You just sit there.
You know what really fucked everything up is actual inflation of like of the price of houses and fucking like the
Yeah,
average,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and I think we looked this up one time. The average income has not gone up um like in the same
Comparable,
amount
yeah.
proportionally with the amount the price in fucking houses, cars. Like you can't.
There's no
What
way.
is the average fucking income now? It's like I don't know, 30 something grand. A car is fucking 40 grand. That's your whole fucking salary, more than that.
You might as well live in a car.
Yeah,
You
for
might
real.
as well you might as well park in Beverly Hills, live in your car, and be like, "Where do you live?" Girl, I live in Beverly Hills.
Sure.
And then you just bring her to your car, like parked in the fucking street. Dude, it's crazy what people are doing. You ever heard of this term called DINKS? DINKS? It stands for double income, no kids.
Wow.
So couples are like, like whatever, like they're showing off on Instagram or whatever, and they have no kids, and they just like splurge their money on like whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And they call it dinks. And I think a lot more people are going that route because, man, if you have a couple kids, like all your dough is going to those fucking bastards.
Yeah.
Fuck that. If my kid's going right to the fucking movies. You know what I mean? They're going right to fucking TV. They're gonna be the next fucking Full House fucking kids and shit. Yeah. That's my plan. Or adopt like fucking, I don't know, bunch of 20-year-old fucking guys that you can pick up on Yonkers Avenue, adopt them, and have them work for you.
That's
Or
true.
women.
You're doing what are we doing today? Anything and everything. You're my son now.
Right. You're I'm your daddy. Go work and bring me the money. I'm
Right.
pretty much describing like what a pimp is, I guess.
Daddy, I'm your daddy now. I'm your daddy mom.
Pimp's got the fucking best gig.
For real. Shit.
You got a stable of whores.
Horse.
God fucking bless them. Yeah, a pimp game is fucking wild, man. They just have their hoes like go out, bang dudes for money, and they keep all the money. They don't even give them a fucking dime. How does that work?
I think they give them a dime.
They do give them a fucking dime, like a
Yeah,
little bit.
You're thinking of sex slaves, Mike.
So if they get like, if a girl gets like 500, right,
Yeah.
and then she goes back to her daddy, and she has to give, what does she give, like 400 back to her daddy? She keeps 100.
I have no fucking idea what the going rate of a pimp is. I really don't know.
I tell you, but if you're a pimp, like that's really great fucking return on your investment.
Yeah.
It might be something to look into.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll become pimps over the fucking next year.
I can pull it off. You have to get all new outfits, like big long fur coats,
Hell yeah.
cane, big fucking hats. I deal with that kind of shit.
Right. Shit. Well, listen, I think we got to call it an early one because I'm at the studio right now. I had rehearsal. I'm fucking wiped the fuck out.
Oh yeah.
I got it. This NyQuil is just fucking staring at me.
So why don't you do the podcast on a different night? Why don't we go back to Tuesdays?
I can't.
You gotta like do something about that. What about Mondays?
You have to fucking you got fucking Monday Night Football.
It's almost over. It's probably gonna last another couple weeks and then it's fucking a wrap.
Yeah.
Can you go back to like Mondays? Do it like early in the week?
Yeah, I could do Mondays after fucking Monday Night Football.
All right. All
I
right,
can't
bet.
do this because I got fucking I practice a lot with fucking hindrance and it's fucking late at night, you know? I can't do it. I can't do it. It's 9 to like 11 or something stupid like that.
On Mondays too?
No, Tuesdays.
Oh, on Tuesdays. Okay.
Yeah. I could do this because I get done. Nobody gives a fuck about why we're doing the podcast on Wednesday. But if anybody does give a fuck, it's because I get done with rehearsal over here and then I have to wait for another fucking band to leave. So I got an hour to kill.
See, Nick has a lot of things going on. All right. He's got like band practice, he's got podcasting, he's got work, he's got a book coming out. Somebody asked on YouTube what the name of the fucking book is. She is still waiting for an answer. Her name is Liz. I was like, hey Nick, you might want to respond to the question of a listener. What is the name of this book you're coming out with?
Not a listener that's actually interested in the book. That's cool. It's called Lyrical Atrocities, a Jekyll and Hyde book of poetry and prose.
Ooh, nice. Can't wait to hear that.
However, so here's the thing. Here's a little curveball that I've been pitched lately. I was gonna put it on Amazon KDP, which is like a thing for Kindle or whatever, and it's an ebook. But apparently, ebooks don't come out very well when they're picture books. Okay, so with that being said, I might want to do this. I might start posting them on social media one at a time and do like a 50 days of poems. However, I think I asked you one time, you have a very good voice for a TV voice. I have a monotone voice. I want you to fucking read them.
Read the poetry.
So we become we do a little duet of poetry too.
A little duet. You know what? I like the sound of that. Count me in.
All right.
Yeah, I'm down to do that. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to do them quick because I want to start doing it like legit. I want to start doing it like 50 days of fucking poetry. Yeah.
All right. It'll be like our Lent. Yeah, I do have a really good voice for like that shit. I feel like I could, like those murder mystery shows where they have like, and she was traveling through the woods and she wasn't coming back tonight. You know what I mean? I can definitely fucking do that.
Right.
Listen, we're gonna talk about more about that, how we're gonna fucking do it in the future, where you can listen to it, watch it, all that kind of shit. We'll get into that. We'll also probably talk about, I think you're writing a cartoon about a cop, and maybe we'll get into that one time. That's gonna be interesting.
Hollywood Dick. It's called Hollywood Dick.
That's gonna be a great fucking cartoon for you to put out there. I can't wait to see that happen. Definitely like the illustrations and what motivated you to do this.
Yes.
I think it has to do with like kind of like a Leslie Nielsen, Frank Drebin kind of thing, right? The Naked Gun, kind of like So definitely be interesting. By the way, if I was gonna name a cat, like if I had a cat, it would be Frank Drebin, just so people would know out there. That's my name of my cat. The Yankees got Soho, which is great. Soto from the Padres.
Just to clarify one thing, Hollywood Dick means it's a detective from Hollywood. He's like, a big shot Hollywood detective, and Dick's the Dick. They call private or detective Dicks, right?
And it's gonna be like a cartoon though, or a movie.
It's gonna be a book. But that'd be cool if it turned into a cartoon. But the guy's gonna go around talking like this. What do you say now? She, it's from the old fucking, it's the old time,
Yeah, it's
1920 dick.
it's a 1920s detective Dick. It's gonna be
Yeah.
fucking amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. That'd be great. I just want to be a character in that. Maybe I could do the voice of the fucking detective Dick.
Let's
Yeah,
hear it.
see what's going on here? I'm so mad. I can't believe I'm so mad. I'm so mad I couldn't fucking solve the crime.
There you go.
That'll be my voice. So hey, listen,
Yeah.
you got a taste of it. All right. So listen, hey, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, do all that. Tell your friends, pass it on,
Yeah.
and don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Remember, time's a wasting, and do it, win it.
Win it and crush it.
Oh, shit.
We out. Peace.